Ja, herzlich willkommen zur neuen Ausgabe SE Talk. Bin nach wie vor auf der PDAC 2017. März nehmen wir eine neue Company. Peter Clausi ist der CEO, klingt sehr deutsch, ist aber eher italienisch, habe mich da aufklären lassen. Und er ist der CEO von Green Swan Capital. Sagt jetzt nicht viel, was die Company wirklich macht, wird uns er erklären. Peter, thank you for your time.
Thank you for seeing me.
Yeah, I have no clue about your company. So and this is always a good start, and you can fill up what you.
So I can tell you anything.
You can tell me everything.
All right. Well, how about we'll stick with the truth?
That's perfect. If the truth is always good.
We are a small Canadian mining company. We have some very good assets in British Columbia and Ontario, but about 2 years ago we figured out that the world would be moving into a global shortage of cobalt, and that's as a result of declining production in the Congo, declining production out of the Philippines, and no replacement sources to take their place. So if production falls, what's going to happen to demand? Well, in your cell phone, you have a battery. Your battery is 60% cobalt by weight. In electric vehicles, Tesla and the rest of them, you have electric batteries. Each Tesla Model 3 will require roughly 15 kilograms of cobalt. If Tesla builds 500,000 Model 3s, that's 7.5 million kilograms, or over 8,000 tons of cobalt for one car, one model. So demand for cobalt is going up, production is falling. A year ago, the price of cobalt was $10 per pound on the London Metals Exchange. It crossed $22.50 last week. We're calling for it to hit $35 by the end of the year. So 18 months ago, we started looking for cobalt assets. Most cobalt is a byproduct of nickel and copper mining. You can't just mine the cobalt, you have to mine vast volumes of nickel, vast volumes of copper, typically out of the laterites. We don't want to do that. It's too expensive, it's too risky. So we went looking for small, cobalt-rich properties in ethical mining jurisdictions. And we found them in Ontario and in Quebec. In Ontario, we're near the world-famous Sudbury Basin. And when you look at this map, you'll see that all the mines in Sudbury are on the ring of the basin. There are no mines in the middle. That's because an asteroid struck there 1.8 billion years ago and mobilized the mineralization to the outside of the basin, leaving the waste rock, the sediments in the middle. Our property is on the southeast corner of the basin. We've done surface exploration and we've drilled, and we have found gold and cobalt in every sample sent to the lab.
Which grade?
We've graded as high as 4.5% cobalt and 44 grams of gold per ton. Those were out of surface samples. The drill core showed consistency of mineralization throughout the vein. Gold and cobalt in every sample. And that's unusual. We've heard of no other property anywhere in the world that has a quartz vein that has gold and cobalt in every sample.
That's true, absolutely. Yep. In the drill core, was their results there?
There were. The funny thing about the drill core is there were no wow numbers. You know, everybody likes to see that one big eye-popping interval. We didn't have an eye-popping interval. We had decent numbers, but in every sample. So we drilled 35 meters at surface. We intersected 38 meters down, and the vein goes between 1 and 7 meters wide. And we found the consistency of the mineralization in every sample. So we're going to go back in this summer and drill another round.
What is planned for this year? Drill meters and so on. What in size in general do you plan for this year?
We're in the middle of closing a financing right now. We'll have enough funds to drill that main Sudbury property, our Quebec property, and another property near Sudbury that we call Dryden Cobalt. It's on the same geologic feature, and we will be doing work there this summer as well. We're looking at acquiring another property, and we have enough money to explore that as well. All exploration follows the same basic path. First, you track contact lines at surface, you read your maps, take your surface samples, figure out where you're going to drill, and then drill. It's a multi-month process to do well. You don't want to waste any of the shareholders' money, so you want to do it correctly. We believe we have.
Come to the share structure itself. How the share structure looks like?
We've always defended the shareholders' treasury. We only have 38 million shares out.
Okay.
We've never consolidated the stock. We have never issued warrants or options at any discount market price, even though you're allowed to under the rules. We've always treated our shareholders like they own the company. And we laugh when we say that because you forget that they actually do.
Yeah.
So we have, on the closing of this financing, over $1 million in the treasury, and only, at that point, 44 million shares out.
What is the market cap then, roughly?
Roughly $4.5 to $5 million.
Okay, but that's not huge. So,
It's not huge. We think we're going to have a fantastic year. I know the projects we're working on, the results we hope to get, and the other acquisitions we hope to make.
Now we are on the end of the PDAC. Do you see some interest, especially to Cobalt, in the market? So we talk now more in general. So I say this to my viewers in one of the previous interview. The mood is changing dramatically compared to last year. Last year was everything depressed, and this year is much more. Hope. Not hope is not the right word.
How about quiet optimism?
Yeah. So it's much better situation than last year. So do you see also that interest is showing up? Cobalt is in the idea of the people, or do you still don't realize and they all look to the lithium stuff?
Lithium is funny. You can drill anywhere and find lithium. The magic in lithium is in the processing of the deposit. Cobalt is easy to process. If you can process gold and nickel and copper, you can process cobalt. 2017 and 2018 might be the years of the specialty metals. Scandium, vanadium, niobium, beryllium, and hafnium, Hafnium. Hafnium is a very strange metal. It's used to help condition the rods in nuclear power plants. But there's recent research indicating it has energy-absorbing properties and might be able to be used almost like a natural form of graphene for energy absorption and then translation into other forms of energy. So 2017 and 2018 might be the years of the specialty metals. There will always be gold deposits. There will always be uranium. There will always be silver. The world needs copper. But as a percentage of growth, you might see more growth from the specialty metals than the old faithfuls.
Peter, I think this was a great start interview. Next time when we come over, we should going forward and see how the results from the exploration program are.
Sure, I'd love to have you up to site. You can see a drill program, walk you through the vein, show you the rocks themselves.
Yes.
It's the only property I've ever walked in the world where I have cell phone coverage on the whole property because we're actually in Sudbury.
Yeah, that's really unusual.
It is. Last time when we did the drill program, we live tweeted the drill program. I was getting emails from viewers asking me, could you turn to your left? What's that over there? Why are you doing what you're doing? So we had a live interactive feed with the shareholders during the drill program.
That's great.
That was a lot of fun.
That's for sure. That's really a lot.
We'll do that again.
Ja, das war das erste Interview mit Great Swan Capital. Ich habe ihn auch vorher schon gefragt, ob es nicht, wenn sie jetzt so viel Kobalt machen, ob es nicht Sinn macht, dass man den Namen auch umbeändert in Great Swan Cobalt. Er sagt, da sind sie im Prozess dabei, weil vom Namen selber kann man nicht viel ableiten. Was macht die Company? Also erstens einmal die Share Structure. By the way, share structure, how many shares have the management team and so on?
About 8% of the company.
Okay. Es gibt dann nach dieser Finanzierung, die momentan läuft, 44 Millionen Aktien. Die Marktkapitalisierung ist um die 4,5 Millionen dann, also um die 10 Cent steht die Aktie. Sie haben dann 1 Million ungefähr Cash. Sie haben vor 18 Monaten oder 24 Monaten sich den Markt angeschaut, was so los ist. Ich meine, sie haben Projekte in BC auch und sie haben halt festgestellt, dass Cobalt es eine massive Shortages gibt. Es gibt Die Nachfrage steigt dramatisch, weil es in jedem Cellphone drinnen ist, in jedem Auto, Elektroauto ist es drinnen, aber das Angebot schrumpft, weil es Probleme gibt in Kongo. Da wissen wir, wer will da schon in Kongo sein. Das zweite ist, dass es in Philippinen Probleme gibt, dass dort das Angebot schrumpft, weil es einfach Umweltauflagen erhöht werden und dadurch Minen schließen müssen. Und woher kommt also das Kobalt? Deswegen waren sie sich sicher, dass der Kobaltpreis massiv anziehen wird und daher waren sie auf der Suche vor 18 Monaten, wo findet man gute Kobaltprojekte und sind dann in Kanada fündig geworden, wo sie mehrere Projekte jetzt schon lizenziert haben, dort auch die ersten Explorationsarbeiten durchgeführt haben, ersten Bohrergebnisse durchgeführt haben und das Wichtigste, und das wollte mir er ihm sagen, ist, dass diese Venen, die sie gefunden haben, durchgängige Mineralisierung gehabt. Denn sie haben nicht hochgradige Mineralisierung gehabt, wo man gesagt, okay, da ist einmal dieser Shoot drinnen, wo man einfach dann sagt, wow, das sind einfach die Ergebnisse, sondern es ist durchgehend mineralisiert. Und in jedem Sample, was ich gezogen habe, war eine Mineralisierung drin. Und das war extrem wichtig. So, und das ist eigentlich genau der Grund, warum er sagt, Sie werden jetzt das Geld von dieser eine Finanzierung, was Sie jetzt eben haben, in die nächste Explorationsphase stellen. Das wird dann im Sommer eben dementsprechend durchgeführt. Er hat auch gesagt, das ist interessant, das ist ziemlich das einzige Projekt, wo er jemals war, wo man durchgehend auf dem ganzen Projekt einen Mobilfunkempfang hat. Man kann überall telefonieren und so weiter. Das letzte Bohrprogramm haben sie sogar über einen Livestream gemacht, dass sie mit Aktionären in Kontakt getreten sind. Also wirklich eine extrem spannende Sache. Die Company ist billig bewertet für eine Cobalt Company, weil die sind ja alle die letzten Tage ein bisschen gelaufen und letzten Wochen. Muss man sich anschauen, das liegt meines Erachtens daran, dass die Leute noch nicht gesehen haben, dass das eine Cobalt-Firma ist und von daher könnte es spannend sein. Was wir auch noch diskutiert haben ist, PDAC hat sich ja geändert, von der Stimmung her deutlich besser geworden, aber wie er den Markt einschätzt so, und er meint halt, dass 2017, 2018 vor allem diese Spezialmetalle laufen werden, wo dort vor allem Geld reinfließt, weil die einfach jetzt momentan stark gebraucht werden oder auch in der Zukunft gebraucht werden und die müssen dann natürlich irgendwann einmal gefunden werden. Und da wird eigentlich der große Boom sein. So, das war's von mir, PDAC 2017, Peter Clausi und Green Swan Capital. Tschüss und Baba.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.